Okay, hello. This is Top Two Tiers, uh, reporting live on location from jail. Uh, there's Wibbs right there, contemplating his life. Say hello.
Lollies are amazing. Lollies are amazing.
Uh, we were missing one person. We don't really have a real idea where he went, but last we heard, he was being taken away by the authorities.
Apparently, Lychee openly admitted that he is indeed a cood lover, and
Disgusting.
the proper Australian authorities caught word
No, he's
and
being
have
extradited, dude. He's actually American,
uh,
so he's
uh,
being guilty without trial.
oh,
As we do.
unfortunate. I mean, it's the only proper sentence for a cood lover.
Exactly. Uh, so we just finished talking about Hina Volume 2, all the cards with the ratings. You can check that video if you're interested in that. But in this video, we're going to talk a little bit about not the usual stuff when it comes over you, because I think there's so little cards, it's going to be hard to find a very good quality, top three cards from every color. We're just going to instead talk about um, how this set, as a continuation of the first set, how it changes the deck, how it might open up some, you know, new ways to play the deck. Uh, yeah, if you want to comment on that, Wibbs.
Okay, I guess just level by level, since it's like the easiest way to do it. Your zero is basically the same with set two, but you have a mill runner, which is just better than
Yep.
a beater, unless
And you
you're
have
color
some
fixing.
more options for blue fixing if you need that, but it's like a two-color set, right?
Yeah, it's red and blue only. So like, yeah, it's like it's only the Nina Gate combo that wants to play three of them at level two, where you have like blue issues.
Right. I think you have red for free basically though with this set because you clock the alarm almost every
Yes.
single. You should be clocking the alarm every single game if you're playing this deck. So, which is red.
Yeah.
So, I guess blue might become a little bit more valuable.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much. But like if you play like the support Leon trans package, like you just don't have a blue issue. Your deck's like split perfectly with
Okay.
color. So like you would just play the mill runner then.
All right. Which is solid.
Yeah. Your level one's like the exact same. You still play I still think the play is the pants combo because the stock soul from set one's just not, there's no
Not
incentive to
big
play it
enough,
still. Yeah.
or
Shimikaze is not
yeah.
big enough. Yeah.
There's like a hit to deck building, right? You have more slots devoted to supporting the Shimakaze as opposed to just this Minami, which
Yeah. And like in a
much lower
standard
maintenance.
Yeah, in a standard build, you just don't have the room for those slots to dedicate to Shimikaze. So I do think like the Maki Nina combo is still the play.
Okay.
Uh, you have the alarm. The alarm's like the best card in the deck.
It's not really a level one card though. It's more like a
No,
yeah.
it's like your level two onwards card, but yeah. Level two is like actually where the deck is interesting now
Yeah,
because
the
you have so
broken
many
alarm
options for
card.
trans. Yeah, the alarm makes it so like you can do so many things with your trans. You can like go triple minus two soul. You can try to do like a triple rem compression style game plan, or like you can just play a 2K support and then go like level 2 12K beaters
Yeah, I
with
mean,
memory kick.
yeah, you just have a lot more ways to play the deck now because
Mhm. The alarm
suddenly
the
trance is
alarm
just less
just
restrictive for you.
trance is just you playing trance isn't a neg. You just play a card because of the alarm. So like any trance that's worth playing is like viable now because it's not an inherent neg anymore.
Yeah. Hmm. Uh, and it's selective and it removes clean cards from your deck, which I find which is like
It's
that's like the
compression.
yeah.
Trancing is compression, and the alarm gives you more compression. Like you compress, like you don't compress amazing like Guardian, but like you get decent compression on your second deck
Yeah.
just with trancing. Like
It's pretty
it's notable. And then if you refresh with your deck with your trances, like yeah, that's three cards per trance that you've taken out clean.
yeah, it's pretty ridiculous honestly. That card alone. Um and so how have things changed level 3 then?
you have like if you don't play a trance combo, you have like an actual finisher now. Like that isn't just a vanilla Xenon.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like if you don't play like a combo with your trances, you just play the stock soul burn too. It's just your best option.
Which is a little. I don't want to say disappointing, but it is a little
It's
not
more
there.
underwhelming.
Yeah, it is a
I think
little
it's
underwhelming
underwhelming.
compared, especially compared to like cards like Yukina, for example.
Yeah, yeah. But like it still does everything you want a finisher to do, right? It's cheap.
Yeah.
It digs for its own climax. You can loop the dig with its support card by playing over and respawning. All that. Like it's all right. It's just not like it's not gonna blow the game out and win you the game from like 2-5. That's something like triple Mikasa can do.
Okay.
Right?
Um, you mentioned before that. Well, I think the alarm just opens up a lot of possibilities for a deck. But you were mentioning a lot of people are playing the Nina minus Soul combo. However, you don't think that's the right way to play the deck, right? The
Yep.
best way to play the deck, rather.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what's your take on the new set edition? Like, what is your take on what the deck looks like now?
Uh, I think the deck wants to trance out the 2K support and then play like a Guardian but worse kind of style game plan where you play 2-1-12Ks and then you sit on those and then that transitions into your on reverse ping 2 combo.
Hmm.
It's
Yeah, I
like
mean, you're sitting on two 112Ks with
yeah,
an anti-change counter, which is always pretty sweet, I think.
yeah, so like because of like you're playing level twos, like they can't be removed by anti-change, right? Like
Yeah,
every deck right now is geared towards anti-change because early plays are sort of the standard. Like every deck wants to early play. It feels like so like if you early play, like if you play the minus soul combo, decks are going to be able to just remove them without actually caring with like bombs or counters, whatever they want to do. Like
right.
space, whatever Alf called it.
And it's also nice that this is basically, you hit level one second or first. It doesn't really matter. Your 2-1s are still gonna get some profitable front attacks in against most fields, which I think
Like
is really cool.
12K is like 12K can fight other early plays like on offense and on defense.
Yeah,
Like
it's pretty
12K
low
is just like
commitment too.
yeah, 12K is just a prime number, and then like because you have the alarm, you don't even have to like worry about getting multiple of the 2-1s because
Yeah, you
you
just search for whatever you're missing, right? You search for
exactly
your missing
like
2-1 or your counter or whatever. Yeah,
like the thing you're trancing heals your alarm off, but it still makes your trance have the Onodera effect of pick up your deck and grab whatever card you're missing to do your game plan, whether it's like a sat
yeah.
counter or a 2-1 or whatever. It's just like it's a really consistent and a very
Oh,
powerful level
does the
2 game plan.
set does the set one Leon heal
The Xenon?
the Xenon?
No, she
No.
has minus
Okay,
4K.
she has neg 4K. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I see. Uh, huh. Oh, I guess I just realized it, but I guess any healer, trancing healers, just don't work with with that alarm.
Well, if you want to field
Yeah,
multiples,
I'm
but like
saying, but I mean, but obviously, if you're not playing the Leon, you want to get multiples out, right? So
yeah. Yeah.
that's kind of unfortunate,
Well, like no other transfer heals other
except
than
for
the
the
Restander
Yayoi,
from
right?
set one, and that card is absolutely
Well,
garbage.
you know,
Yeah,
as you do. Okay.
and
Uh,
then the other like really good thing that I feel this game plan brings is it lets you play an actual finishing combo
right.
because you don't have to
Otherwise,
you
yeah,
don't have to
otherwise you're just
dedicate
going Neg
CX.
Soul or playing Xenon or doing
Yeah,
anything. Yeah.
Like
Okay.
it gives you a strong mid game plan, and then it transitions decently well into like a decent finisher with the on reverse ping too. Because you have the 2K support, you can abuse your on reverse pay one search your deck to start setting up the pieces for your end game combo,
Right.
and then because your end game is a cantrip and then the other one spawns the cantrip, like you don't actually need multiples to set up the end game. Like you can get one or two and then you can do a full setup.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's
Um.
like it sounds underwhelming kind of, but it's good in how consistent it is, and it's just better than doing nothing with -2 soul.
Yeah. I think the -2 soul just has. I mean, we talked about it. There's some problems with the actual effects, namely just
The
mostly.
soul.
I think it's mostly the soul. The damage economy isn't there for the most part.
Mm, no.
Kotori is powerful because the very first turn cycle you get her, you even heal, and I think that's
Yeah,
I think that's such an underrated part of that card. Whereas the Nina doesn't really do anything.
nope.
She trades like she basically gets a little bit bigger on offense, right? Gets an extra soul and trades out the heal for having like a passive 2K. And I think that just makes it a lot worse. Just a
Yeah.
lot worse. So
Mm,
you're really just playing different versions of Guardian here, I guess. But
Guardian, but
I
worse.
guess all right, I can go with that. That said, I think this was a much needed expansion for Hinology, and I'm pretty sure Boucher knew that too, which is why they announced it. Just I think this is one of the fastest turnarounds, actually.
I'm pretty sure they
For
announced set one and with set two, like
yeah,
right over.
yeah. I mean, they just decided to split this up into two sets for whatever reason.
It it should have been one, like, just
So,
based on how set two played out, it should have just been one set.
well, I mean,
Like set one gave a shell, and then set two like filled in the missing pieces
the
of
actual
the
good
shell.
cards. Yeah,
Yeah, and like now you have not like a ridiculously strong, but a very competent deck that like it. I'm fine with taking to locals or taking to a tournament and expecting to win.
yeah. I mean, I think you can say that for. I think before there was like a pretty sad deck. I think before, but now that alarm man just opens up
I was
so many things for like even like the off meta decks, right? You can play that alarm in like anything, save for the Yayoi deck, I guess. But it just opens up your ability to run different kinds of trances, even like combine trances in a single deck if you want to do that, which I think is really
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah, the alarm is the most powerful card in the set. It just opens up a lot of options and it makes a lot of decks that shouldn't be possible on paper possible.
Yeah,
And I think that's like really good card design.
pretty. Yeah. Um. All right. So where would you place this deck? Going forward,
Uh,
if you wanted to, maybe not give like a you know like a
ye-
tier, but if you wanted to
I,
like give like a vote of confidence.
I think tiering in Weiss is like really hard because like the tiers are
Yeah.
just always moving and like it's never constant. But I said this like really like just recently. I can take Hina to a tournament and I feel like I can expect to win playing the deck. So I feel like it belongs in that tier.
Okay.
Like a deck that you should be fine with taking to locals and taking to tournament and feeling like you have a chance to win. It's like not a deck that you play for fun and that's it.
And contrast this to before, where it actually just was that for fun
It
deck
was
with the kind of funky effect, funky gimmick. Uh, Now with the set two, like the gimmick has been given some real wings, if you will.
yeah. The gimmick it's like they knew exactly what the gimmick needed to be viable, and they gave us that and then a little extra. And now it's just a really good. It's the best change in whites.
Yeah, it really is. Uh, all right, there you have it. Hinology is now an actual competitor. I think you can expect to see it. Um, I think we're already seeing a lot of lists, right? We're
Yeah,
seeing a lot of Hinology lists. So knowing Japan, they'll probably jump on the Neg 2 Soul stuff. They really like level 3. They really like early plays. But you know, there's a lot of possibilities. I think with this set. So yeah, uh,
very competent set.
yeah. That is the overview for Hinology. Stay tuned for the rest of Gurren Lagann coming sometime when Mr. Lychee is out of jail, on bail. And we'll see you in the next one.